Hello, probers!
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome to another week and another episode with us, but it was aliens. I'm Moonwalker, your host for this journey, and my co-pilot this week is none other than the grey-bearded one himself, Greybeard.
Woo!
We are two former MIBs who were kicked out before we'd even begun. We were kicked out for asking too many questions. But we raided the archives and are here to bring you the truth that they didn't want you to know. However, today is a little different. Today is a celebration. Because today is Greybeard's birthday episode.
Dun, dun, dun!
You know what that means. For those of you expecting aliens this week, sorry to disappoint you, but it's Greybeard's birthday, so that means anything goes.
Not anything. No shots.
For those of you that don't know, Greybeard loves boats.
Greybeard does love boats.
Boats are up there with vanilla lattes and pizza for this guy. So for his birthday, I thought we'd take a trip this week on the seas. Savvy. And for those of you that have listened to our birthday episodes before, you know that shots are going to be involved.
Shit. I'm nervous.
So what I've done this year is, due to your love of boats, Greybeard, there's going to be some boating questions within the episode. For every question you get right,
Oh no.
I'll do a shot. And for every question you get wrong, you'll do a shot.
Oh, piss.
You can also join in at home. You can pause this episode now, go pour yourself some shots, and pick a side. Greybeard or Moonwalker.
Oh, this is dangerous. And let me tell you for why. Whilst I love boats, I've never owned a boat. I've only been on a few in my life. And the last time I was given the wheel on one, I rocked it so fast that no one has let me drive one since.
That's amazing.
Shit.
Where was that?
That was in Cyprus, I think. Yeah, I took a speedboat out. Now it's called a speedboat, so surely you go fast.
Yep.
But apparently you're not supposed to go full throttle, and especially not into the waves. I went flying, son. It's great fun. But yeah, never since.
So, without further ado, question 1.
Piss.
Cats on a boat bring good luck.
Sounds
True or false?
like a movie. Cats on a boat. Now, you never really see cats on a boat, but this question is difficult, not just because I've got no idea, but because you know I love dogs. So have you thrown that
That's
in there?
not even come into play. It's not even crossed my mind.
I'm going to go for false.
Greybeard, do a shot.
Piss.
It's true. Cats on a boat bring good luck.
Not if they've got fleas.
We've spoken
That's a trick question. There's no such thing as luck.
We've spoken briefly before in old cases of situations where countries will do anything simply because another country is, and they either don't wish to be beaten or wish to be left behind. And that is the case here also. Germany were launching the SS Bremen and the SS Europa, and Britain weren't going to allow that shit. No sirree Bob. So in 1928, a ship was being constructed by White Star Line. This ship was to weigh 80,000 tons. Their rivals at the time were Cunard Line, and they were building a ship which was also known as Hull Number 534. This ship was minuscule in comparison, being only 75,000 tons.
I've got no idea what this story is. 1928 and boats. I am clueless, and I also found it quite hard to take anything in there because my insides are burning. Now, as we're recording this in 2021, the world has only recently become unlocked from the national global bastard. National global's like allegedly, truthfully. It's a national global bastard. So we've not really been drinking heavily other than our birthday episodes.
That's
Even
right.
when we record generally, I'll have a few rums, but never shotting. It ain't easy being green.
Due to the Great Depression
Help me!
in
Continue.
1931, work on hull number 534 stopped. In need of funds to continue, they applied for a loan from the British government. But the British government was slick. They had a plan. They would only give Cunard the loan if they merged with White Star Line.
Sneaky bastards.
This was their biggest rival. It's like Messi versus Ramos being joined?
At the hip.
Being forced to join forces. And like that unholy union between those two great players, Cunard and White Star Line joined forces.
They were the ultimate company.
The merging of the companies was completed on the 10th of May 1934 and became Cunard White Star, with work on the ship continuing immediately. Once complete, the total cost was around £3.5 million. Today, that figure would be around £246 million.
Jesus, titty Christ, that is a lot of money. This must be some extravagant boat. I hope we've got a picture coming up.
The name of the ship was a closely guarded secret.
Oh no.
And in line with tradition, Cunard wanted to name the ship something which ended IA. So it was to be Victoria. But there's a legend about how the name of this ship came about. The company went to the king and asked his permission to name it after Britain's greatest queen. What they didn't count
Was it
on,
you?
the SS Granville.
Britain's greatest queen.
What they didn't count on was the king agreeing with them and saying his wife Mary would be delighted. So they had no choice. However, there was already a Queen Mary. So Cunard cut a deal with its owners and it became Queen Mary too. So this is how ship number 534 became Queen Mary.
Intriguing.
And below is a picture of Queen Mary.
Oh, okay. So we've got a picture. It looks kind of like a ferry.
You can kind of see why it cost as much as
It's,
it did.
yeah, a big... I'm not really sure what the purpose behind this boat was.
It's known as an ocean liner.
Yeah, okay.
Luxury.
Yeah, it looks quite luxurious. The photo looks more modern than I was expecting, to be honest. I was expecting like black and white, but this is full colour white boat with red chimneys on it.
Mm-hmm.
Big boat.
We have question number 2. Only one person is allowed to whistle on a boat. True or false?
False.
Greybeard,
Shit.
do a shot.
I thought it was going to be 2. That's fucking horrendous. Again, I felt like you were setting me up because I was thinking probably only the captain should be able to whistle, but then because you've said only one rather than asking if like only 2 or only 3.
It's actually only the chef is allowed to whistle on a boat because then he's not eating the food. It said that sailors that whistle on a boat, it's like a omen that they would cause strong winds, so they weren't allowed to whistle on a boat. But the chef is allowed to whistle on a boat because then it keeps his mouth occupied and he's not eating the food.
I'm not sure about that because before alarms, people used to whistle to signify danger.
Kevin, you done the shot. I looked up the facts. These are the answers. Question number 3.
Oh, piss.
Bananas on a boat are said to bring good fortune, especially on fishing boats. True or false?
False.
Kevin, pass me a shot.
Yeah, bitch.
You got one right.
I'm so happy. My insides are melted, but I'm happy. Yeah, you do that shot, you little diva.
Fucking shot. Oh, I got that cherry one. Just like pure sugar.
I just did one of those. It's diabetes in a shot. Oh, horrid. Too much sugar. So, all we really know at the moment is that we've got a big boat. Like, if you break it down.
It's a big boat.
Yeah. I how the king... It's like, yeah, Mary. They really should have seen that coming. Protected against that. These creators were not switched on.
They were not.
Oh, big boat, big company, sorry. Two things we know.
Queen Mary was launched in 1934.
Fired.
But her... out of a cannon. But her maiden voyage wasn't until May 27th, 1936.
That was a long launch.
Big cannon.
Crikey.
Having made countless trips from the UK to America, during World War II, Queen Mary was ordered to remain in port until further notice. Left sat in New York, alongside the Normandy and Queen Elizabeth, Allied commanders decided that they would use the ships as troop ships. During the conversion to troop ships, the Normandy was destroyed.
Oops.
Queen Mary left for Australia to be converted.
So when you say Queen Mary, you're referring to the ship and not the Queen. She's not being converted.
I say Queen Mary.
She can't be a king. She can be whoever she likes.
Talking about the ship. So Queen Mary left for Australia to be converted and to ship Australian and New Zealand soldiers to the UK. During this time, the red funnels were painted navy grey, and because she was a fast ship, she got a new nickname, the Grey Ghost.
I feel like that might have been a mistake.
Queen Mary has the standing record for most people transported on one vessel, and it was a total of 16,683,
Crikey.
which consisted of under 1,000 crew members and the rest being soldiers during the 25th to the 30th of July. And this was only accomplished due to it being summertime and people sleeping on deck.
Imagine if there was a mutiny and the 16,500 overpowered the 1,000 strong crew and became the biggest pirate ship ever.
I mean, you'd have to hope that they knew how to operate the ship.
16,500. Someone's got to know.
I suppose the ship doesn't have cannons, though.
There's definitely at least one.
I mean,
they could have.
They'd only have their guns that they have on.
They could have thrown knives and forks. So you've just suggested that this ship has no form of defence.
No.
They'd have to ram people then, wouldn't they? But I'm now wondering where this story is going. Does this ship get taken? Is it going to get attacked and it can't defend itself and turn into a ghost ship? But then the photo looked recent. How very confusing.
In 1965, we've jumped forward in time, due to lack of public interest, inefficiency in a new market, and the effects of the National Seamen Strike,
You strike seamen?
Queen Mary, along with Queen Elizabeth, were to be retired from service and sold. A bid for Queen Mary from Long Beach, California,
Long Beach, baby!
was accepted. That bid was for $3.45 million.
Ooh, saving money.
Following her 1,000th and last crossing of the North Atlantic, she arrived in Long Beach on December 9th. In 1967, Queen Mary was turned into a hotel, and since the propellers and engine had been removed, it was classified as a building rather than a ship.
I'm not being funny, but regardless, that's a boat.
And in 1971, her doors were opened up to tourists, but only portions of the ship were open due to incomplete work.
Incomplete work?
So they were changing how some of it looked to allow, obviously, for the hotel rather than the ship itself. And some parts were incomplete.
Oh, okay. So it's not because they like pulled half the engine out and then didn't repair the floor afterwards, or
No.
who bid on it, or do we cover that later?
Long Beach, California.
Oh,
It belongs to Long Beach.
The actual place bid on it. Then who takes authority for that?
Long
because
Beach.
Long Beach isn't
California.
autonomous. Like it's not an entity.
It is now.
The spirit of Long Beach picked up the phone. I do declare that this boat will be mine. It spoke through like a sermon, man. Hello, I would like to place a bid.
The power of the loud.
Hello, sir. Who are you? I am Long Beach.
Bitch. Question number 4.
Piss.
What direction is port?
Do you mean like left and right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Kevin, do a shot.
No, it's
Starboard. It's right.
and port is left. I should really know this. Poop deck's at the back. What's the front called?
I'm not going to say. It might be a question later. So, Kevin, do your shot.
Doesn't it depend which way you're facing?
Kevin.
That one went down the side of my face and I'm blaming you for that. What? Oh, I've had a moment here.
Question number 5.
Whoa. Let's just calm down a minute. Getting carried away with these questions, aren't we?
The term cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey refers to cannonballs or a monkey that was found frozen to death.
Cannonballs.
Kevin, pass me a shot.
I'm really glad because I actually know that one.
How did you know that but not port?
I think I forgot port rather than didn't know it because I've actually used the terms before when I was on a boat once, one of the other couple of times before the speedboat incident. But my mind just went blank. You know, when sometimes when we record, you can't think of the information, but as soon as you finish, it comes back to you. That's one of those ones.
So that's
when you face the captain's deck, port, starboard.
3 shots to you, 2 to me.
Indeed.
Question number 6.
Frickin' hell.
A party yacht tipped over when all the passengers moved to one side of the boat as it passed a nude beach. True or false?
What? Is this like some sort of famous false?
Kevin,
I'm happy to do a shot there.
do a shot.
Yeah.
It was true. A party yacht did tip over when all the passengers moved to one side as they passed a nude beach.
Now that I think about that, they all went to the one side to look at the beach, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just made a rash decision there. My insides.
Now,
I like how I'm washing it down with rum. That's
So do
better. I feel good now.
Now, as more and more people were being allowed onto the ship, stories started to emerge about ghostly apparitions being seen on the ship. There have been at least 49 deaths aboard Queen Mary that have been reported. And the ship has also seen the toils of war. And it's not beyond possibility that many have died aboard the ship that weren't recorded.
So basically, someone's trying to sell this ship as a ghost ship when we don't actually have any details. 49 people. Who were these 49 people?
I don't have their names.
Granville? True or false?
That's actually a lie. I have one of their names. One
Bob McGee, one of the 49.
One such apparition is of a young woman in a flowing white evening gown that has been seen on several occasions dancing alone in the shadows in the corner of the Queen's salon.
Ooh, romantic.
And there is also a story of a baby's cry
Less
being
romantic.
heard in the third-class playroom. This is often attributed to that of a baby boy who died shortly after birth.
Attributed.
Attributed.
Do we have confirmation that there was indeed a baby boy whom sadly passed away?
I do not have the records of a baby boy who passed away on Queen Mary.
Then this is poor research and we should end the show right now, lest there be any shenanigans.
You're not getting out of possibly doing more shots.
Darn it.
Here is a picture of a ghost caught on camera
Okay, I'm in.
aboard the ship, courtesy of Orange County Ghosts and Legends.
I thought you were going to say courtesy of Orange Cassidy there. Okay, I'm just going to have to get closer here. So I assume the figure in the black t-shirt is actually there.
Yep.
And it's the cloudy-ish figure beside them. Wait, that looks like two people?
I'm not sure how it looks like too, but
Because you've got the figure behind, then it's like there's a second head.
I'm not seeing that. No.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got like the ghostish blonde flowing hair on what's our right, and then there's a very faint sort of brunette right next to that figure.
Has Greybeard found another ghost in this ghostly picture?
Yeah, 100%.
He
The
has.
head is turned to the right, the arms are down by the side. So that's either two ghosts or that's someone in motion and the camera has caught them funny.
Two ghosts. This is reportedly a spirit by the name of Jackie Corrin. Jackie is a spirit who has often been seen and also heard in a second-class pool room. Allegedly, truthfully, Jackie drowned in the pool during the days the ship was sailing back and forth across the North Atlantic. A paranormal investigator by the name Cher Garman has pointed out that there are 0 known drownings that have ever happened aboard the ship. But what does this tell us? Well, it only tells us that it wasn't recorded. Jackie's voice and the sounds of laughter have been heard, and although Cher doesn't believe she drowned, she does believe that she's there.
I'm going to have to side with Cher Garman at this point, because I think we're talking post 1928. Record keeping was significantly better than it was in times prior. I feel like there would have been at least some sort of record had there been a drowning in the, was it second class pool?
Third class pool, I think.
No, second class pool room,
Yep,
yeah.
second class, you're right.
Because the other one was the third class. You feel like there'd have been at least a little bit of attention paid. Who took that photo?
Doesn't say, but I got it from Orange County Ghosts and
Yeah.
Legends. I can't remember if they say who took it, but I don't think they do.
Are the people
I think
in
they
it?
say it was just sent to them.
Okay. So we don't know who the chap in the photo is.
No, not at all.
Or whether he saw a figure, or whether that is his wife and daughter, or whether that's his wife moving faster than what the camera shutter can capture. Or maybe it is a ghost. Maybe that is Jackie. What's Jackie trying to achieve?
Saying hello, maybe?
That doesn't really sound like the end game, does it? What's the end game for Jackie? She's been seen and heard around the second class pool room. What's Jackie trying to achieve? Does she love balls in pockets?
You know it's a swimming pool, right?
Why don't they call it a second class swimming pool?
She drowned in the second class
So they
pool
weren't cracking
room.
around queues and whatnot.
No.
So she didn't like go to get a drink from the water cooler and slip and the head went in and
I'm pretty sure she would have been strong enough to lift her head.
You've not met Jackie. She looks pretty weak in this photo. Her body isn't even fully formed. She needs to spend a couple of weeks doing leg day. So drowned in a swimming pool, eh?
Yes.
Where's the lifeguard?
Who said there was any?
Maybe that's
Did
why
they
there's
have
no
them
record.
at that point?
Because the lifeguard screwed up.
Possibly.
Whose baby was it?
Mr. and Mrs. Corrins? Although the pools have been off limits for decades, within the first class pool room, women have been spotted wearing bathing suits of that era, 1930. They have been seen wandering the decks. Not only this, but there have been stories of splashing and laughter coming from the area, with wet footprints from the pool going into the changing rooms.
Right.
And below is a picture of said pool.
So they refurbed this boat into a building. Were the pool rooms.
No, they were already there. Remember, it was a luxury liner.
Yes. I'm just querying as to whether they kept the pool as it was or whether they're in different rooms now.
So they
maybe what is now a pool room used to be a pool room.
They left them as they were, and the water was also left in there. But they weren't maintained or looked after, so they look quite...
Ew, yeah, this picture looks a little bit... do you remember did you have a swimming pool in your primary school?
No.
My school had a swimming pool in primary school, and it looked kind of like that.
Lucky you!
It wasn't a fancy school, despite my clear, posh, upper class nature. No, it wasn't. The pool was grotty. There was always someone in there with a veruca sock on.
Grim.
Yeah, but the pool looked kind of like that, just blue and dirty.
Here is another picture of a ghost that has been spotted within the halls of the ship.
Did you used to go for swimming lessons in primary school?
Yeah. We used to go to
4th Street?
4th Street.
Yeah. When you used to go, can you remember kids doing like their 5 and 10 metres?
Mm-hmm.
Was there always a kid in your school that would walk and do the hand movements pretending they were swimming?
Yes.
How did the teachers never see that? Here you go, you've got your 5 metre certificate. It's not 5 metres walking, is it, you dickhead? Every school's got one. All right, so... Ooh, this ghost is interesting. So we have a photo looking down a hallway, and at the end of it is a figure that looks kind of like the ghost from the library in Ghostbusters, the first movie, standing on the side. I really just want to go, get her! And see what she does. Get her! She didn't do anything.
Didn't do a thing.
Imagine if photos could be haunted. I'd send you so many photos.
The ship is one of the most haunted locations in the world. Over 100 spirits have said to have been reported aboard the ship. Not only have there been sightings that I've spoken about, but the usual sounds you associate with hauntings have also been reported, from strange knocking sounds, slamming doors, and in certain areas there have been reported rapid temperature drops. Now, with what we've seen so far, I wouldn't be dismissive of going aboard the ship during the day, with absolutely no intention of wandering away from a group or staying overnight. And I will definitely not be staying in room B340.
Can we go?
This is said to be one of the most haunted places on the ship, along with the boiler room where there were actually 2 reported deaths.
Can you sleep there now?
I think you can.
Can we go there?
No. Actually, yes. Yes. Because I just said I would not be against going during the day, pure daylight,
but
in a group.
But we'd stay there, obviously.
No.
Room B340, I hear, is quite nice.
Yeah, you can stay there if you want.
Yeah, we'll get a twin room.
The door for room B340 actually doesn't have a number on it because people keep stealing it.
What?
Every time they replace it, people steal it to say they've been there and that's there.
I hope the ghosts travel with that door number. How many ghosts are there?
Over
49.
100.
Over 100?
Over 100 spirits. I think 150 I read.
But it was said that there were 49 deaths.
Doesn't mean that there aren't more than that spirits.
But
and plus, that's
what
just
are the other spirits doing there?
That's just 49 recorded.
They just fancying a trip? Ghost holiday? Yeah, let's go stay in room B340. Woo! How much does it cost? Have you looked into it? Should we go?
No. There is said to be a myriad of activity in this room, from creaking floorboards, taps turning themselves on, temperature drops, and strange noises. I read an article about someone's night spent in the room, and this person is a paranormal investigator of the skeptical variety.
Not called Cher, are they?
No. They didn't experience anything creepy or ghostly whilst in the room, and they stayed in the same place throughout the majority of the night, other than bathroom breaks and to answer the door when it knocked.
And there was no one there.
There actually wasn't. They just heard the screams of people running down the hallway after they opened the door. But they said that when they checked their SLS camera in the morning, they were shocked to see a spectral stick figure next to them on camera.
That's awesome.
This account is by Julie Tremaine and can be found on Sci-Fi Wire.
Okay.
And below is a picture of room B340.
So that looks
Actually,
like a
there's
pretty cozy room. I see nothing suspicious there. There's no figures in them. Is that a mirror? That's not a mirror. That's just a walkway, isn't it? Ignore me.
Yeah, that's a walkway, but I thought you meant on the other side of that walkway.
Yeah, there's a mirror on the other side. I was looking for if there's any figures hidden in it. I can't see anything. Okay, next picture. Yeah, it looks like quite a swanky, well, not the swankiest to be fair, but quite a nice hotel room with a box of murder weapons on the bed. What is that box?
Weirdly, it just has like a crystal ball and some stuff in. I don't know if it's paranormal stuff that they try and communicate.
Okay, they've tried to make
with.
contact. Fair enough.
Question 7.
Ah, shit.
When two power vessels are approaching head-on, both must alter course to pass each other. Is it A, they both turn port, B, they both turn starboard, or C, one turns port and the other turns starboard?
Wouldn't they hit each other if they went one way? Both, one went one way, one went the other. Both turn starboard.
Kevin, pass me a shot.
Yes. I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, you bloody are. Oh, I've got a cherry.
Yeah.
Ah, diabetes.
The only non-cherry left is I didn't pass it to you close enough. You couldn't get it.
Oh, that's sugary. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Question 8. In the film Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl,
I've not seen that for years.
according to Captain Jack Sparrow, how did he escape the island that he was left on?
Sea turtles?
I'll accept that. Kevin, pass me a shot.
Off my own back. Ah, you son of a bitch.
Ah. Question 9.
What?
The 2002 film Ghost Ship
I've not even heard of it.
stars Gabriel Byrne, Carl Urban, and a young Idris Elba. True or false?
I've never heard of any of them. Apart from maybe Idris.
Gabriel Byrne.
No, I've not. True.
Christ in New York?
True.
False. It's Isaiah Washington, not Idris Elba. End of days. Gabriel Byrne is
Satan.
Just tried to eat my mic.
and I'm pretty sure Carl Urban is the guy that
Burning on the inside.
swears a lot in The Boys.
What, Billy? He plays Billy?
Yeah, I think so.
That's freaking awesome. That's so good. The eternal flames of alcoholic hell rain down upon me.
During the ship's history, 50 feet below water level, there is something that has claimed at least 2 lives that we're aware of, and that's the door.
The door?
The door!
It's a demon door.
Door 13 has taken the lives of 2 men by crushing them to death. One, I couldn't find out how the first person died, but the second, which happened in 1966, was during a watertight door drill and took the life of an 18-year-old crew member.
He had a whole life to live.
It is said that at times a young man in blue overalls can be seen walking through the shaft alley before completely disappearing by the huge door.
Question. What's the shaft alley?
I'm going to assume it's where the
You should never assume. I think you should go there and investigate.
prop shaft, and below is a picture of the door.
Okay. Standard boat corridor interior. Yeah.
So that heavy door
That's the door.
turns, crushes them in that space. Because there's no
that's-
way you're going to be able to push that door back.
No, that's pretty unpleasant.
Now this is the part of the probe I like to call Kev's a moody bitch. Previously known as science and skepticism. The hauntings have been leaned into heavily from a business standpoint. offering haunted tours and experiences. Some specific ones are operated during Halloween. Now, these would be some extremely shit tours if nothing happened on any of them, and financially would be a pit. Knowing that the ship is allegedly truthfully haunted has led people to wanting to have an experience whilst there. So we'll take pictures and doctor them to make them believable. Joe Nickel believes the hauntings are the result of illusory mental images created by subjective feelings and daydreaming, commonly experienced by repetitive tasks by workers.
Makes sense.
Walt Disney owned the Queen Mary during the 80s and planned to use it as part of Port Disney, a resort that they had intended to create along with Disney Sea, a theme park celebrating the oceans. But this fell through, and in 1992, Disney gave up the lease on the ship.
It's time to sail or fail, fool! Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes, if you look at a photo and you're told there's a ghost in there, you start looking for it and you make the image in your mind. Mm-hmm. So I can quite get on board with that.
You start seeing certain shapes
get on board.
as a face rather than just the shapes of the actual.
Yeah, rather than just seeing like light reflections or whatever, which is what most of those photos would be. You see a little bit more.
Question 10.
Piss.
Moonwalker has woken up hungover on a vessel. True or false?
What do you mean by vessel?
On a boat.
I was going to say false, but I know that you did once go out on a boat. I don't know if you had an... Yeah, I can't tell... I'll tell you why later. Something that happened after that. Or someone you bumped into, rather. I'm going to go false.
Kevin, take a shot.
You fell asleep on that boat?
Yeah, stayed on it.
Oh,
over the weekend.
I didn't know. Oh, I thought you boarded land. Didn't you stayed on the actual boat?
Stayed on the actual boat.
Piss.
Boo!
Oh, in your face.
Norfolk Broads for a stag weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just thought you went out on a boat. I didn't realise you stayed on it overnight.
Question 11. From the song I'm on a Boat, T-Pain and the Lonely Island.
I'm on a boat.
Finish the following song lyrics. Never thought I'd see the day when a big boat come in my way. Believe me when I say...
I'm on a boat and Granville can eat my asshole. I'm doing a shot. It was worth it. I'll happily take that one.
I'm not going to lie, that one was win-win for me. If you would have answered it, I'd have clipped that. So we have a bonus question, which I've named the Joker question.
What?
This is a question worth 5 shots. 5. And I'm going to allow you to choose whether you take the question or not. If you don't take the question, you have to do 2 shots. But if you do take it, there's a possibility that I can do 5.
I'm taking the 2. I don't care at this point.
But you also have to say that you are a little bitch.
Whoa.
If you don't take the Joker question. Are you going to bitch out of the Joker question?
Are you going to tell me the question or do I have to make a decision beforehand?
You have to make a decision beforehand.
I'm a little bitch.
So you're going to let all our fans down by being a little bitch and not taking the Joker question?
Yeah, I'm a little bitch. I'm not doing 5. I could do 2.
Okay. Greybeard has opted to do 2 shots instead of taking the Joker question.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, but being a little bitch will never harm me.
Would you like to know what the Joker question was anyway?
Yeah.
Tough shit. I'm still waiting for you to do your 2 shots. The bottle's underneath the table. The little table.
Ah, shit. Oh, I'm going to have to get up to do it, you prick.
Are you sure you don't want to take the Joker question?
Why would I do that?
In all honesty, I think it's quite possible that you could answer it. I mean, just imagine me doing 5 of those.
I'll be honest with you, son. It ain't happening.
Okay, for those of you at home, The Joker question was...
Oh, I've spilt it over my finger.
Name 5 actors or actresses from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise that have
Johnny
multiple lines of dialogue
Keira Knightley.
that are not Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, and Johnny Depp.
No, I'd have never got that. I'm shit with celebrities. I literally don't pay attention to them at all. I couldn't name more. I wouldn't have even got Orlando Bloom, I don't think, and I know who he is. Something Mackenzie? Crook Mackenzie?
I would have accepted that. Mackenzie Crook.
That's the Crook Mackenzie. Crooked Mackenzie. Yeah, I don't know anyone else in it that I can think of.
Javier Bardem.
Oh, hold on. The dude from...
Keith Richards.
Yeah, I would have got Keith Richards. That was just coming to me.
Naomi Harris. Kev, do 5 shots. Jeffrey Rush. Kev, do another 5 shots.
Who's Jeffrey Rush?
He played...
Barbosa?
Yeah.
That was a complete guess.
So, the little bitched out of the Joker question.
I'm so comfortable with bitching out. I'd have never have got that, and I'd have had to have done 5. I was thinking the sort of questions you've asked me have been real sort of hit and miss. For every fair one, there was one that I just had no idea about. I just didn't trust you.
Are you saying I'm honourable?
You were honourable and trustworthy on this occasion, and I saw it coming.
So to summarise, we have Queen Mary, the ocean liner. Turned troop ship, turned hotel, turned tourist attraction.
I need some water.
Which has seen its fair share of voyage and death.
And you've seen your fair share of dick.
Oh, he's so drunk
bastard.
already. The ship is said to be haunted by various ghosts from the ages, generally the 1930s. We have a lady who dances, a group of ladies who splash and swim, a crying baby, and a small girl who can be heard talking and laughing, along with Door 13, which has infamously taken 2 lives that we know of. Whilst paranormal investigators say they've heard and seen things, skeptics believe otherwise and think it's a bunch of stories that have grown from misconception and exploited for money. Being that this is different to a normal probe, I have one simple question for you, Greybeard. Be this exploitation and misconception, or be this spookies? Savvy.
This be exploitation and misconception, laddie. Ooh. This be not spookies. Arr, my insides are burning.
I 100% agree with you here. I think, obviously, I believe ghosts exist, and I believe that possibly there is something on that ship, but nowhere near to this level. Like, I think maybe someone caught something in the corner of their eye, didn't know what it was, a story's got told, then there's, did you see this on this ship? And then people don't want to go there and not see things. So they come back out and they tell people, I saw this and I saw this.
I'd just like to say that if you want to go and get a lot of dick, I'm okay with that. You be you, prick.
Someone's very salty about the shots they've had to take today. The picture that was shown earlier about the ghost on the deck.
Mm-hmm. On the catwalk.
The Orange County website that I got that from.
Yeah.
They believe that
believe?
Ghost filter was used on it.
What's a ghost filter?
So I have no idea, but I'm just assuming it's an app you can get, which will just put like a ghostly figure in a picture.
Yeah.
But they said other than that, they don't think it's edited. There's just had a ghost filter layered on top of it.
Fair dues. I reckon you had a ghost lay on top of you.
The splashing and laughter in the pool room, I think people have just built upon it.
Yeah.
I heard splashing and laughing. Oh, I saw footprints leading to this.
Over time, it gets exaggerated.
Yep. Just more and more gets built on it. So, do I personally think that the Queen Mary is haunted? No, I don't. Would I go there? Yes, I would. Would I sleep overnight? No, I fucking would not.
Is that because you're a little bitch?
Thank you, Provis, for joining us today for Kev's birthday episode. You can find us on our socials, Instagram at But It Was Aliens Podcast, Facebook, But It Was Aliens. Our Facebook group is Extraterrestrial Towers, and you can also find us
on the Twitter.
Wow.
Can you hear thunder?
Wow.
It's been stolen.
And for those of you that were waiting for the real one,
On the Twitter. Hi, Siri.
someone's drunk far too much already. We're only one probe in. But it was aliens. If you like to hear us talk about things outside of the extraterrestrial, you can catch us on Patreon at But It Was Aliens.
On the Patreon!
Next week, we return to our original scheduled programming.
Hoskins was outside your room.
Yes, I do.
Continue.
Next week, we return to our original scheduled programming. Remember, the truth
Is up your
is
bum.
up there. Hashtag and happy birthday, you grey-bearded prick.